of their last 4 games after going on a 19 straight winning streak. Collins in the paint.
Sonetta Collins, so much fun to watch. An elite player who comes off the bench for Texas Tech. Any up game as well. She prefers being that 6th player for Tech. TCU really focused on getting more offensive rebounds. We just saw second chance opportunities for TCU. Right now, Tech is leading TCU in second chance opportunities, but I've mentioned it in the first quarter. That's going to be key with how high-powered these offenses are. Offensive rebounding and second chance, a big key.
Danae Fritz finding Collins. 2-on-1. It's going to be a travel.
Olivia Miles, this is what she does best. Getting a defender on her hip, putting her head down, and just scoring with physicality at the lane.
Well, the Lincoln Financial Stat Comparison, we have a lot of great talent on the court this afternoon. And let's take a look at 2 of the best. TCU's Olivia Miles and Texas Tech's Bailey Maupin.
Olivia Miles, I'm telling you, she's one of my favorite players in the nation to watch. She's transferring over from Notre Dame, but Mark Campbell saying she's become even more of an elite player since she's joined this TCU system.
Today's stat comparison is sponsored by Lincoln Financial. Your tomorrow, our priority.
And the thing that makes Olivia Miles so tough to defend is because she doesn't give up her dribble. A lot of times she will beat that first line of defense and she forces those shifts and rotations. And that's why I've been saying Texas Tech, all 5 players have to be locked in on their rotations because Miles is so shifty with the ball.
Marta Suarez, 6'3" guard, able to beat out the Lady Raiders, and Sydney Love's going to bring this ball back. Turnover. Donovan Hunter taking off. It's Maupin on her. Beats her out. Huge play for Hunter.
Line ball turnovers, that's something Texas Tech wanted to limit in this game because TCU does a great job scoring off of turnovers and scoring in transition. Great 3-ball right there from Love. When she is set her catch and shoot 3, it is hard to defend.
Sydney Love surpassed 1,000 career points in their last game versus Iowa State. Season high is 17. Hunter. Back to Olivia Miles. Maupin slipping, able to find her footing again. Great matchup to watch as Miles and Maupin. Defensive rebound. No one is even near that board. Just wide open. Sydney Love. Jada Malone, are you going to take this one? Decides to kick it back out to Bailey Maupin. Defensive board for TCU.
Maupin right now offensively just can't get her game going, but Texas Tech doing a really good job playing multiple actions off the ball. You saw it there, just good solid TCU defense.
No points yet for Bailey Maupin. Excuse me, 2 points. Miles. That's going to be a turnover. Defensive help from Jada Malone. Donovan Hunter on Miles. Sydney Love. Off the rim, just too strong. Jada, big offensive rebound from Malone, but this ball's going out.
Tough break for Jada Malone there, just not being able to finish it. The Texas Tech, once again, doing a good job just crashing the glass. Texas Tech trying to generate some offense by playing inside and out. Big rebound right there for Jada Malone.
Sydney Love's going to bring this one in. Collins trying to find an open teammate. Bristow sets the screen, drives in. Offensive rebound. Texas Tech has another chance. Love kicked out to Bristow. Quick release. Texas Tech not able to make a 3 fall right now.
They're only shooting 27% from the field. As I mentioned, they're getting some good looks. Ball's just not going in.
Defensive rebound by Maupin.
And notice how Texas Tech is pushing, make or miss. They want to get TCU in transition and get them on their heels.
what's going to be the key to getting TCU in transition more from Tech?
They're going to have to rebound the basketball. TCU, one of their problems last game against Kansas is a lot of their players down the stretch got into foul trouble, and that's Marta Suarez going to the bench right now after that foul. They have to defend at a high level, but they have to defend without fouling because you can't have too many players on the bench if you're TCU.
Donovan Hunter blocking this ball out, but Texas Tech going to have the redemption chance.
Donovan Hunter been a really fun player to watch for the Horned Frogs this season. She's more than doubled her scoring average from last season. Watching her last year, she was averaging around 5 points per game. This season, she's averaging 12.1, but I love the way that she is commanding this offense for TCU, playing more off the ball, doing a really good job.
Emma Nunez trained with the U18 Spain national team. Back to Maupin. Bristow still not able to make one fall. Texas Tech turning it over to TCU. Ronnie Sheppy.
Marta Suarez coming back in. TCU, they have an advantage inside. They're a bigger, more physical team, and TCU needs to take that advantage here in the second quarter. Danae Fritz, one of the most elite defenders, especially in the Big 12. She's averaging almost 3 steals per game. She can make this game really tough for TCU if her defense is just locked in.
That was a defensive rebound by Maupin, now in the hands of Jada Malone. Back to Maupin. Just missed this one. Offensive rebound. Nunez helping her teammate out. Maupin, all net.
That's what you need if you're Texas Tech. Second chance opportunities, getting the rebound inside and kicking it out. TCU was too shifted. It led to Maupin just being able to knock down that three, and it feels good as a shooter to see that ball go through the net when it hasn't all game. Should be a big confidence boost for Maupin. As I mentioned earlier, Texas Tech goes as Maupin goes. She's one of the most elite scorers, especially in the Big 12, averaging 15 points per game. So you get her going in this one, it's going to be a huge threat.
Bailey Maupin grabbing defensive boards all first half so far as well. Shear getting the turnover, driving in, buckets.
Maddie Shear's first game back, she retweaked her back. Wasn't in the starting lineup. Taylor Bigby has been playing in the starting lineup in place of Shear, but Shear just an elite player for TCU as well. We didn't get to see her at all last year when she transferred over, so if TCU can get her going, that's going to be another offensive threat for them.
Bailey Maupin finding Snetta Collins just off the iron. And Miles has the defensive board.
Notice how Danae Fritz is picking up Miles at 94 feet. They are going to make it tough for Olivia Miles all game.
Miles getting extremely physical with Jada Malone. The crowd is not liking the lack of call. But Malone proceeds on. Bailey Maupin running the floor right now.
This is going to be a physical game. Both of these teams want this win. I wouldn't call it a rivalry between TCU and Texas Tech quite yet, but Krista Gerlich says it's becoming that because these are two of the top 4 teams in the Big 12. A lot on the line in this game.
Emma Nunez trying to make a play happen right now, telling Fritz to get to the side. 3 on the shot clock, 2.
Great attack right there from Emma Nunez. Incredible just to recognize the way TCU was defending her, had the defender on her hip, and just took it all the way to the rim.
Sheppy out to Suarez. A lot of momentum for Texas Tech right now. The crowd is behind them. Big make for Sheppy right now. Nunez bringing this back in. Emma Nunez Started all games this year. Again, the only change to the lineup starting is Jada Malone. That's the first change in the starting lineup this entire year. Malone, defensive board for Miles. Texas Tech head coach Krista Gerlich said it's mesmerizing watching Miles, the pace of play, how she moves the ball.
And the thing about Miles is she really is a pass-first point guard, but she's been looking for a shot a lot more since she arrived at TCU. Haley Van Lith, the point guard that led TCU to a championship last year, she was a score-first point guard. Mark Campbell saying they've shifted their system a little bit. They want Miles to score, but she's an elite facilitator as well, averaging over 7 assists per game.
Big defensive, offensive board. That was Malone.
Harder with her on-ball pressure the ball with TCU, make it difficult for them to get it into the paint, because if TCU starts to get going in the paint, this game could get away. Got to give credit, though, to Texas Tech. Right now, they're shooting 31% from 3. That percentage has gone up significantly throughout the second quarter.
Sanogo back in the game, number 11 for Tech, and this is the first game that she has never started this season. Jada Malone stepped in for her.
She was with the starting 5 at shoot-around when they were walking through different drills. Not sure what the decision was to have Jada Malone step in and start. Maybe they wanted just more of a rebounding presence.
The previous play is under review for a potential time.
Come to TCU. She gave up being one of the top 3 picks in the WNBA draft because she wanted to get better. And now she wants to be a top pick in the WNBA draft, the number 1 pick.
Mark Campbell said Haley Van Lith was a resurrection project, became a first-round draft pick, but Olivia Miles, ball in her hands, came in already ready to be at the top, wanted to stay in and spend more time at the collegiate level. Physical play on both ends right now. Moppin on the ground for the ball against Suarez.
And these loose balls, these 50-50 balls are going to be key. Whichever team can come up with more of these 50-50 balls, these loose balls, are going to have the advantage because, as I mentioned at the top of the game, turnovers, ball protection is key for both teams right now. Texas Tech wants to limit TCU's possessions. They want to keep them right under 60 possessions. So you're going to see Texas Tech flying on the floor, diving on the floor, trying to come up with those loose balls to keep the ball out of TCU's hands.
Hima Nunez.
The addition of Hima Nunez has been huge for Texas Tech because it's allowed Bailey Maupin to play more of her natural position off the ball, because Texas Tech finally has a true point guard in Nunez.
Nunez is running down the clock, finding Collins. Big offensive rebound from Jada Malone.
12th ranked TCU team, so something that we're going to watch down the stretch for sure.
TCU has a 2-point lead, but they only have 5 offensive boards where Texas Tech has 11. How is that impacting the game so far?
Well, the difference is the offensive boards right now. Texas Tech really wanted to control the offensive glass, and they have. TCU only has 5 offensive rebounds. Second chance points, once again, going to be big. What I'm going to be watching offensively, though, because obviously this is a low-scoring game. You got to give credit to the defenses, but 24-22, we got to see more actions. Big block right there from Silva. We got to see more actions for the offenses with the dribble handoffs, with the pick and roll.
That was Clara Silva, leads the Big 12 in blocks per game with 2.3. Huge momentum play for TCU. The bench is off their feet.
Great job by Suarez, sucking out Danae Fritsch. Jada Malone had to hone in on Suarez right there too. And Silva just doing a good job cutting off the ball. Malone had to come over and defend Suarez, who was in the short corner. And because she brought her out, because Malone was brought out, Silva had an open cut to the basket. That's just good rotations for TCU, moving off the ball, playing off the ball, something that they've done a lot better as this game has gotten going.
Clara Silva was 6'7", and she's from Portugal. She was the Kentucky transfer. Ball in the hands of Danae Fritsch. Finding Malone. Malone calling for Snetta Collins.
And a reminder, Snetta Collins comes off the bench. She's not in the starting 5, but a lot of times we see Krista Gerlich starting her in the second half. That's because Snetta Collins likes to watch a little bit. Coach Gerlich saying because she didn't play much last year, she didn't play at all last year, she wants to watch a few possessions before she comes in, and once she gets the flow of the game, she's such a threat. The thing about Snetta Collins is she can play 1 through 5. Definitely 1 through 4, but she can even play that 5 position. And the thing, too, is she can defend all 5 players on the court, which is big in this one with matching up with TCU.
The head coach, Krista Gerlich, said that she likes having Snetta Collins come off the bench, like you just said, watching the play, but then also bringing the X-Factor energy. But Gerlich said, I might need to have her starting soon. She's just that good. Miles, quick release, going out to Hunter. Off the rim, it's too strong. Another miss of offensive board for TCU. Madison, you said how important that is for the Horned Frogs the second half.
Yeah, but Texas Tech just doing a good job owning the glass, getting good position down on the paint to get some of these boards.
Danae Fritz.
Danae Fritz, when her three-point shot is on, it is clean, it is smooth. She doesn't take it as much as I would like to see her, but she has a great three-point shot, just a step back right there to knock it down. Danae Fritz, if Tech could get her going within this offense, she's such a high-caliber player. A player I have watched since she was in the 8th grade and been really fun to watch.
Olivia Miles going up against the momentum the crowd is bringing here for Texas Tech.
Good fadeaway right there from Silva. She's a great defensive player, leads the Big 12 in blocks, but when her shot gets going, especially from the mid-range, she has a really pretty shot.
Nunez out to Maupin. Collins setting the screen. Krista Gerlich yelling from the sidelines. All net from Snetta Collins. Again, the player who comes off the bench, and our team jokes that it's actually starting 6 because how good Collins is.
Well, not bad when you're coming off the bench and you're second in the team in scoring. She can score in a variety of different ways. Marta Suarez, when she's just on the block, backing a player down, she has such an advantage because she just has such a strong frame. Marta Suarez, a matchup issue because she can play multiple positions as well. She's a true 4. You can see her there posting up.
Marta Suarez leads the gym with 9 points.
Snetta Collins, I love seeing her start this second half and just immediately providing a spark. You see her, she's almost lights out at that mid-range jump shot. About 12 to 15 feet is her sweet spot. Marta Suarez getting things going for TCU to start. You see her just backing down Collins and finishing baseline. But that's something that I mentioned earlier. Snetta Collins coming in and defending a 4. Snetta Collins can defend the point guard, she can defend the 4, she can defend the 5, and that's why she's getting a lot of playing time right now as well. We're already seeing her get to the free throw line early here in this second half. She's second on the team in free throw attempts. She leads the team in free throw makes.
Shooting 80% from the free throw line, Snetta Collins. Starts over from the side a lot, not right in the middle of the basket at all.
Yeah, it's a unique shot, but she's such a matchup nightmare for teams as well. She can rip from that high post. I mentioned her mid-range. Great defense right here from Texas Tech. Just swarming and trapping there in the corner, Krista Gerlich. I covered Suarez when she was at Tennessee in the beginning of her career. Didn't play much because she had a knee injury, and then she goes to Cal, and now she's just playing the best basketball of her career under Mark Campbell at TCU because she fits his system and the pick and roll system that he wants to play with.
And you see Suarez communicating so much with the refs, her teammates, definitely one of those vocal leaders you want on the court.
Well, she's a veteran, and in both of these teams, Texas Tech and TCU, they're the 2 oldest teams in Power 4 basketball. So they have a lot of veteran leadership on the team. Suarez, not so much as the vocal leader for TCU, but she leads by example. You see Texas Tech setting up their press defense. They want to press all game. They want to force turnovers. They want to force live ball turnovers because a lot of their offense is led from their defense.
Big beat to Suarez. Big turnover. Texas Tech defense stepping up. Maupin wide open 3. Just off the rim. Offensive rebound though. Red jerseys all in the paint. Huge defensive rebounds by, of course, Suarez. Wide open is Hunter. The layup is good.
Good job by Hunter. Just stand back and then just pushing. TCU wants to push the entire time, and Hunter just executing transition well there. You see the difference in fast break points. TCU 6, Texas Tech 0. I bet that's something Coach Gerlich and the Tech staff is watching right now because they want to score in transition.
Close game. Mop in. That was Sarah Sonogo coming off the bench, still making an impact for the Lady Raiders. Miles feeling the defensive pressure from Texas Tech. Collins is all over her. Miles tries to push her off. That's going to be a foul called on Olivia Miles. She is not liking this one. And we're going to break with scouting. They do a quiz the night before, make it a game, a trivia game, trying to get each other more involved.
Scouting report is everything in college basketball. You got to know the scouting report, but the biggest thing is you have to execute the scouting report. I think both teams right now defensively are executing the scouting report really well. Both teams bringing it on the defensive end. They're going to have to create more actions offensively. Spacing is key. TCU needs to do a better job spacing. You see the guards a little stagnant on the perimeter right now, but that's because the entire offense just rolls off this pick and roll, and Olivia Miles getting in the paint. Great job right there, and Olivia Miles just handling the pressure of Tex coming out, pressuring her with the ball, being patient off the pick and roll. She attacks, and that's just a pretty jump shot right there for Olivia Miles. A reason she's one of the best guards in the nation, averaging 20 points per game because she was patient within the offense, she handled it, and then she just attacked.
And Olivia Miles with the flex after that made basket. Began walking at 6 months old, then running at 8. So you could say she was just born to be a pro basketball player one day.
Yeah, I mean, we can't overstate how incredible that is. She started walking at 6 months. I have almost 2-year-old twin daughters who did not start walking until they were 1. And she was running at 8 months. I mean, her dad saying that she had a pediatrician appointment when she was about 5 years old, and the doctor said, hey, you need to get her in sports because she is going to thrive in whatever she does athletically, and we're seeing that out of Olivia Miles.
Correct. Coach Mark Campbell said she was a WNBA and said he's just so grateful she decided to stay in college after transferring from Notre Dame for her last year of eligibility. Driving in, who else but Miles? Big defensive board for Texas Tech. Fritz. Collins driving in, feeling the pressure from Shear. Board, that's going to be for TCU. Driving in, Hunter. That's good. 2 more for the Horned Frogs.
And that's just a textbook drill that you run in practice when you first start playing basketball. Great job by TCU, just controlling the tempo here in the second half and pushing it. Getting the rebound, getting it out, passing it ahead, and then running. They're 2-on-1, and Hunter just finishes strong at the basket.
Looking at this TCU team, it's incredible what Mark Campbell has done with the transfer portal and just how good he is at recruiting. And talking to him this week before the game, he just seems like a people person. You could see why something
no drop off. His team has only gotten better, and it's because of who he is as a head coach and then the supporting staff around him as well. He really buys in to making his players better.
Defensive rebound for TCU. Yeah, Mark Campbell said, we're not a traditional powerhouse, but we're building it.
And if you take a look at what they've done, I mean, 7 most wins over the last 3 years competing with South Carolina, UConn, Texas, LSU, UCLA, those blue bloods of the women's game. TCU is just trying to create a powerhouse. Tech, though, in this one with them, trying to get something going. They need a big play here offensively. They're bringing it on the defensive end as Texas Tech has the 11th ranked defense in the nation, and here's a reason why. They have a lot of players just rotating. Good job right there by number 11 in red, coming over with that help defense to stop the drive, but Danae Fritz starts it with her ball pressure. She gets beat a little bit, and then the help is there, and that's the thing with Texas Tech. Their guards know if they get beat in that first line of defense, they have their post players behind them that can step up and rotate and shift defensively.
Krista Gerlich said what starts our offense is controlling the boards. We cannot get killed on that. As we see Donovan Hunter open. Maddie Shear, who came back in the game from being out for a few, making that drive look so easy. Collins passing into the paint. Foul called.
Maddie Shear just not giving her defender time to set up, attacks the closeout and takes it to the rim. Maddie Shear, really good when she puts the ball on the floor, has a really quick first step, especially with the ball in her hand. She attacked the closeout and got a great angle to the basket. You take a look at what TCU is doing in the second half, shooting 67% from the field. The difference is they shot just 33% from the field there in the first half. So you knew these offenses were going to come along, but you do have to give a lot of credit to the defenses. They're making every possession really difficult. Don't know if I agree on that. I think that's just some physical defense.
Second foul called for Olivia Miles. That puts Bristow at the line, shooting 70% from the free throw line this season. Gerlich said that we want Bristow to be more aggressive on both ends on the floor. She has a quick release on the three, but she's not taking as many shots right now.
She's not getting as many looks. TCU just doing a good job taking Bristow out of this game.
TCU trying to take advantage of that missed shot.
And Tech just immediately in their press defense, forcing a turnover. Danae Fritz gets on the ball.
Sydney Love out to Jalen Bristow, driving in against Suarez, losing control of the ball. Grabbed easily by Maddie Shear and letting Olivia Miles reset their offense.
And look at where Danae Fritz is picking her up. Because of that, the pick and roll from Suarez is having to be set higher. That ball screen from Suarez, which is not the angle that they wanted.
Miles backing up behind the arc, just off the rim. TCU not making too much of an effort for that offensive board right there. That's now in the hands of Bailey Maupin. Love out to Maupin again.
We need to see more off-ball actions from Texas Tech. You got 4 players on the perimeter just standing there right now.
Defensive board, a big grab by Marta Suarez. Seven seconds left on the shot clock. Suarez, is she going to take this shot? She's pressed in by Collins. Off her hands.
Doing a really good job just dictating the pace. They're going to have to do that throughout the rest of the fourth quarter if they want to win this ball game.
3 attempt by Bailey Maupin. Off the iron, big defensive rebound for TCU is Taylor Bigby.
And once again, Texas Tech just needs to get some stops because right now they have no points off of TCU's turnovers. TCU doing a good job taking care of the basketball, so Tech just needs to step it up a little bit defensively to try and get more stops.
How can they step up more defensively? After that huge three made by Taylor Bigby, now need that defense more than ever.
Pressure and all 5 players being on the same page, rotating. The reason they haven't been able to get so many stops is because of the pressure Olivia Miles puts on the rim.
3 made by Santa Collins. A quick answer from Taylor Bigby from TCU.
Texas Tech, a really good 3-point shooting team. If they can get that going, that's going to be a difference maker here in the fourth quarter. Great job by Tech, setting their press defense and forcing the stop. Santa Collins just in rhythm out on the perimeter. Great job relocating, playing off the ball, and knocking it down. That's what I'm talking about. Spacing is key for Tech and playing off the ball, relocating on the perimeter. Texas Tech wants to get up about 23 3-point attempts per game. They need to get more of those up right now.
Santa Collins shooting 42% from the 3-point line. And makes it another field goal for her.
And hey, when you're making shots, it's easier to set up your press defense, which is what Texas Tech thrives on.
TCU feeling the pressure from the crowd here in United Supermarkets Arena. A little over 6,000 fans here. Suarez with the spin moves. Big effort from her today.
Suarez really needs to be big in the paint right now. TCU has the advantage in the paint, really outworking Tech in the paint. If I'm TCU, I'm just going to keep forcing it inside and letting Marta Suarez go to work.
deep shot off the rim.
Texas Tech, though, once again, just has to continue to create more offense by playing with the ball in their hands like Snetta Collins is doing right there, but also relocating. And then Marta Suarez with the spin move. Strong finish to the goal. That's not an easy finish. She was spinning. She was off balance, but a great shot.
Marta Suarez finding Olivia Miles. Back out to Suarez. She doesn't take it. Fakes out to Collins and makes it. Perfect play from her.
But that's something that is just underrated with Marta Suarez's game, the way she's able to attack and read closeouts as well.
Emma Nunez taking a second to reset, drives in, but she's pressured. She finds Malone. Emma Nunez went down hard. Now it's Miles' ball, wide open three-point. Big attempt from Hunter, not able to take it and make it in. Ball in the hands of Love. A lot of 3 points attempted in the last couple of minutes. Emma Nunez, the player from Spain, turned over in Olivia Miles' hands.
Coach Gerlich not liking that one, thinking that that was a foul right there. Olivia Miles just making that entry pass from the guard difficult. Silva, just good defense there.
Nunez, deep pass, back to her. Olivia Miles resetting, Love on her, switched up. Foul called. Texas Tech just 6 points down here against TCU. That foul was on number 4, Donovan Hunter.
They got Maddie Shear coming in for TCU. She's a great spacer within the offense.
Sydney Love, the UTSA transfer. Facing off with Suarez. Clara Silva, the 6'7" center. Big rebound for TCU. Olivia Miles driving quickly, finding Silva. Doesn't want to take it. Suarez. No look pass to Maddie Shear.
Suarez just playing elite right now. 13 points, 10 rebounds though. Those 10 rebounds have been the difference maker in the second half for TCU.
Sydney Love. Feeling the pressure from Maddie Shear. Love out to Maupin. Maupin going up against Clara Silva. Deep shot by Sydney Love. The crowd is on their feet. The three is good.
And how about Sydney Love, the way she has been stepping up? Last game, she came off the bench, played 33 minutes for Texas Tech and had 17 points. That's carrying over into today's game as well, playing with a lot of confidence right now.
That's going to be a jump ball after the missed shot by Olivia Miles.
Good job, just staying out wide from Sydney Love, not sucking into the paint where she would have brought in her defender. She stays out. Maddie Shear just not able to close out fast enough. I mean, that was a really difficult shot, though, from Sydney Love. Maddie Shear did have her hand high in her face, and she just knocked that down.
Miles out, wide open shot. That's a good three. Maddie Shear making that one fall. Maupin trying to answer with a three of her own. Defensive rebound for TCU.
Not a smart pass there from Marta Suarez. Olivia Miles was going away from the ball. This is where Olivia Miles for TCU just has to take over. Keep putting pressure on the rim. Great defense there from Bristow. And Tech just immediately pushing.
Fritz going for the three. It's all net. Huge shot made. Her bench loves it. Fritz with the three.
And that is a huge boost for Texas Tech. I'm telling you, Danae Fritz has a beautiful shot from behind the arc. And when she is comfortable and in rhythm, she's almost lights out.
Danae Fritz has started every game this year for Krista Gerlich. Wide open shot from Maddie Shear. And
TCU down the stretch of the fourth quarter, she has to attack like we just saw and try and get to the free throw line. That could be the difference in this game. If Miles attacks and Tech has to bail her out and send her to the line, that could be the difference. You take a look at what she's averaging, 19 points, just now 12 points on the game today. So Tech has done a good job making everything difficult on Miles, but she does have the ability to just take over ball games, especially in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, just 3 assists for Olivia Miles here today. 48 assists away from breaking TCU's single season assist record. Spin move by Collins. Senna Collins, who comes off the bench, making such an impact for the Lady Raiders.
Wow, great defense there from Maddie Shear, but Snutta Collins with an elite finish.
Danae Fritz putting pressure on Olivia Miles. Switching to Suarez. Wide shot off the backboard. That's going to be Texas Tech's ball. Sydney Love. Maupin, the leader of the Lady Raiders team, going down right now. Maddie Shear covering Maupin.
And when Collins had a wide open drive to the lane, it was because Maddie Shear was forcing her left. Collins just kept attacking, got Maddie Shear off balance, spin move, turnaround, jumper. That's an elite finish from Snutta Collins right there. Take a look at her second half points, 15 points in the second half.
That was the 4th foul for Maddie Shear. What a move! Snutta Collins all over in the paint.
And it looks like Snutta Collins might have gotten away with a little bit of a push-off right there, but she was just protecting her body. And again, Snutta Collins, such an elite driver because she gets Maddie Shear on her hip. The last 2 times she scored on Shear, it's because she's had her on her hip. That just means she's quick with the ball in her hands. Her first step is quick. She's such an athletic player and an elite finisher at the rim.
That was Maddie Shear's 5th foul. Mark Campbell said she's a good combo guard, pass first player, and good shooter. You can see how aggressive she is in this game.
You have to remember, she's missed the last few games as well, Maddie Shear has. So with that, you got to get back into game shape. It doesn't matter how many games you miss. You miss 1, you miss 2, you miss 10. You got to get back into the flow of the game and game shape, and that could be the reason why we saw Maddie Shear with 5 fouls in this one.
Snutta Collins, successful and 1. Jada Malone on your screen, starting for the first time here today.
And notice how the momentum, Shelby, has just completely shifted to Texas Tech. It's because they've let their defense lead to their offense. That's what they pride themselves on. They've gotten stops here in the fourth quarter, and they're knocking it down from 3.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's gotten chippy, but it's very physical right now with these two teams. This is the largest lead of the game for TCU, just 2 points. Texas Tech, just 2 points.
And right now, Texas Tech just coming up with these hustle plays. Bailey Maupin just beating Marta Suarez there, knocking it off of her to give the possession back to Tech. They're getting these 50-50 balls, these hustle plays. I love this right here. Out of Bailey Maupin, that should have been Marta Suarez's ball, but she hustles in there and knocks it off of her to give her team the ball back.
Sydney Love finding Bristow, driving in the paint for the layup. Big defensive rebound, that's Miles. Jump ball, 2 on Miles. Red jerseys are all over her. You can see the frustration right now from Olivia Miles.
Just could not secure that rebound. It looked like Olivia Miles had it, but then Danae Fritz comes in. They get tangled up and have a little bit of words with each other as well. And right after this, Danae Fritz just put her hands up in the air, trying to get the crowd more involved. And right now, Texas Tech trying to protect their home court.
Olivia Miles have helped up some Texas Tech players, but you see she also has that side where she wants to exchange some words. Huge game for both of these teams. Maupin gets her own rebound. Huge play.
Goes back to the keys of the game. Krista Gerlich telling us offensive rebounds. Not able to knock that one down, but they still gave themselves another opportunity. Offensive rebounding so big in this one. And Texas Tech just hustling here. Bailey Maupin not able to finish, but gets her own rebound. Kicks it out. Just not able to finish that one.
Texas Tech defense putting the pressure on TCU's. 9 of their 11 turnovers have been in the second half. Sonna Collins all over Hunter. 2-on-1, Maupin stepping in, but that leaves Suarez open. Contact made. That's Maupin going down. Maupin was going up for the rebound.
All 5 Texas Tech players just crashing hard here. Bailey Maupin trying to come down with that one. And Taylor Bigby's right there for TCU.
Bailey Maupin in her 4th winning season in a row at Texas Tech. That's the first time in 15 years. That's Fritz on your screen. Had some huge plays at the right time to get momentum on Texas Tech's side. Bristow driving in, blocked by Hunter, but that ball's out.
And this is another game, back-to-back games, where we see Texas Tech having Sydney Love in these valuable minutes. Yema Nunez on the bench.
Sydney Love to Collins. Maupin looking for the ball. Too much defense on her. Collins going to the ground with a jump shot. Danae Fritz tries to get the offensive board.
Great hustle there by Danae Fritz, getting the offensive board, getting the foul drawn on her. Let's take a look at that difference in the offensive rebounding, 15-6. That's skewed a little bit because a lot of that has come in the second half and been the difference for Texas Tech is that offensive rebounding. It's been elite here in the second half and a huge reason why they've been able to come back in this ballgame to regain the lead.
Looks like Fritz might have been hit in the face. You see Krista Gerlich talking with the officials. Fritz shooting 78% this season from the free throw line.
Physicality going to be huge down the stretch. Can Texas Tech attack TCU and get to the free throw line, make them foul?
Fritz helped Baylor to a Sweet 16 berth. Krista Gerlich said that she had to get this player on her team. Hunter calling Miles over. She's driving in, red jerseys all over her, but that leaves a wide open shot for Donovan Hunter, and she makes the 3.
And that's just the impact that Olivia Miles has when she gets the ball in the paint and she's attacking. She's a gravity sucker. Multiple defenders honing in on her, and it leaves players on the perimeter wide open.
Krista Gerlich told us it's mesmerizing watching how she can draw in so many defenders.
Got elite shooters from TCU on the perimeter. Ball security down the stretch of this game with 30 seconds left is going to be huge. Sonna Collins.
Huge 3 made by Sonna Collins. Putting Texas Tech in the 3-point lead.
How about it? Just coming off, getting her feet set. Confident shot right there. There's no reason why Sonna Collins shouldn't be confident. And not only her scoring ability,
just over 30 seconds left here in the game. Texas Tech leading by 3.
If you're Tech, you don't need to foul. Just play good, solid defense right here. Not bad though. It's going to be a foul on the ground, not when Marta Suarez was shooting. So if you do have to foul, keep it on the floor.
TCU hoping that drops some momentum, reviewing that play of Collins. Texas Tech finding that momentum in the second half of the game. Marta Suarez, pressure on her. The layup is good.
It's good Tech with 1. Just need to play good defense here and get a stop.
Olivia Miles shoots, misses this one. It's a defensive rebound. Sonna Collins has it.
huge rebound right there for Texas Tech. Not sure that is what TCU wanted offensively. Yes, I want the ball in Olivia Miles' hands if I'm the Horned Frogs, but she had to force up that shot. But once again, it's just the pressure Texas Tech is putting on them defensively. They're making every shot difficult, and TCU just couldn't get a clean look there.
Senna Collins at the line. Besides her 26 points, she has 5 rebounds. And a reminder, she's coming off the bench, about as impressive as it can get.
I love it. It's the old coach's cliche. It's not about who starts, it's who finishes, but it's true. Senna Collins, a great example of that, as she's not able to get that free throw to go. She can hit this one. It's a 2-possession ball game for TCU, and I'm feeling better if I'm Texas Tech. Seals it.
Senna Collins, 27 points in the top 25 matchup against TCU. Not a team. Deep Miles makes this 3 clutch shot. Down just 1 against Texas Tech.
What a shot from Olivia Miles. A high ball screen from Marta Suarez, but didn't matter for Miles. She knocks that one down. Less than a second to go. Tech just